This is Danny from Janky Smooth for Janky Smooth Sessions at Bar Sinister. I'm here with Invalid. We're here to talk to you guys a little bit about your band. Just to jump right into it, I wanted to ask your thoughts on, are we living in a simulation?
Well, I think that's a very dangerous personality trait that a lot of people have. I don't personally believe that we are, because I have made plenty of mistakes and have been reprimanded in a very real manner, and I have felt that to be real. There's a flip side to that coin. I personally don't believe that.
Maybe we should get a little bit more into the heart of the matter of your band, and just kind of get an idea of, like, where did you guys grow up? Like, where were you influenced? Where was your formidable age that you were turned on to music and came into your own what you are right now?
You take this one.
Man, I'm actually from Missouri, and I moved out here, and I started playing with like electronic music when I was really young, and I used Fruity Loops actually for my first DAW, and I just jumped in, and I was making like noise music when I was in high school, which was a long time ago at this point. And then I moved out to LA, and I met him, and then we kind of just kicked it off, and we started like working together, and then here we are, right?
Where in Missouri?
Springfield, Missouri. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you love LA?
I love LA.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I would never go back. So
I love that for us. What about you, bro?
No, I grew up in LA, outside of the city, pretty much Southern California. I call my home. I've been all over the place, but I really grew up in the Valley, where there wasn't really a whole lot to look forward to except for music and just retreating from the everyday life of getting wrapped up in something that you don't want to be wrapped up in, that'll make you go down the wrong path. So I strayed away from all that and really just dived deep into music, because that's all I really had. I kind of grew up in a state of mind where just retreating all of the emotion and things that I couldn't connect with, or just I felt too scared to seek after or to do anything about. So I stuck to myself and did my little drawings and cartoons and listened to good music, and eventually there was no more, so I had to start making it.
How do you know it was good music?
Because I listened to it. I will never get tired
yeah.
of listening to that music. Never. There's only so many bands, so many songs, and there's so many artists out there that just are doing the same thing, or they're just scared to branch out, or I don't know. They want to put themselves in a box when there's so much potential out there. It's limitless.
It kind of gets me into the point of what, in terms of, if you were to appeal to fans of other bands that you respect, that you make music in their vein, what fans of what bands would you want to appeal to turn you on to your music?
Anybody
Honestly,
who cares to listen. Really, you could come from the craziest genre. I don't know. It's something so abstract to me. I mean, noise artists are very abstract, atmospheric artists. Yeah, exactly.
Anybody,
I mean,
honestly, yeah.
we love punk. We love hardcore. We love anything cathartic, anything that has a real passion into it, where we can hear a sense of you're a human.
I mean, if a person is digging the music and they want to listen to it, then
That's right.
don't stop them.
Especially-
Like, that just makes it bigger. It makes you grow.
Especially somebody who doesn't normally listen to this style or genre or anything heavy like this, you know.
It's kind of a pussy answer, but that's all right.
We don't want to
True
force.
though, man.
We don't want
I
to
mean-
force anybody to do something that they don't want to do, and I don't want to force the universe to work in our favors just because we need it to capitalize. We don't want to capitalize.
I apologize for that transgression.
we have bands that we love. You know, we want those fans too. But in the same sense, like, there's no point of stopping somebody from listening. You know,
right?
So,
We're not going to start.
yeah, definitely want them. Come
Exactly.
see it. Yeah.
Exactly.
What band inspired you to download your first freeware or programming software?
Oh,
Spicy.
Yeah.
Numb.
Yeah.
Controlled bleeding. Grace's Shades. Chem Lab for sure. mean, it's so obvious to say Skinny,
Skinny
Puppy.
Puppy, yeah.
I mean, they're just like the Beatles for us. Some people don't like the Beatles, but
Really,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. They're really important. They are so important to all of us. I think they really changed everything for me, visually, musically, artistically, theatrically. There's so many elements that they bring to the table. It's just, why stop at music? You know, like
show.
all those bands, all those. I'm an industrial junkie. I can't help it.
It's true that.
Live for the pain. Sweet obfuscation. And you feel what is real. Harbinger of ill will. Confront, yet so resolved.
What do you guys feel about the state of the Los Angeles music scene, and particularly your place in it, in this niche?
I feel like LA has potential to be bigger than it is with this scene. I mean, and there's so many great artists here, like so many fucking great artists.
And we're not going to change the music industry. We're just going to do what we want to do, what we've been doing, what we like, what we love, what really brought us here. We're not interested in all the glamour that comes with it. We don't get any. I mean, we're like a punk band, you know?
You guys are pretty glamorous, though. Like,
That's just naturally.
I'd hit 10 out of 10. So you don't think there's sort of a upswing in the sort of goth, industrial, dark wave, post-punk?
Well, actually, there is an upswing. There's so many new people pumping out, and you're like seeing all these shows that are like in runoffs and all this crazy stuff, and that is awesome. Like, that's very punk for the industrial scene. That's awesome.
I feel like there's a big resurgence of that day and age coming with our generation. We're seeing a big influx of that over again, that punk mentality. Just what really kind of got us going, I feel like, is probably from it being so stagnant for so long. It's just the frustration, really, you know, like it's kind of frustrating just to not see things anymore. And I'm sure we can all understand that at a certain age of just listening to music and enjoying bands and seeing live performances. You know, you miss just the rawness behind it sometimes, like when you were practicing with your friends in the garage and it sounded so much better because it felt better because you guys didn't give a shit who was watching or paying attention or whose money was riding behind you or paying for you or things like that. But it's nice to see in this day currently, in our current status in this scene
Thing.
whatever this is, this family, this niche, there's only so many of us, but it's good to see that there's a lot more bands popping out that are just they're sick of playing the same old shit, whatever it is. I don't know, where we're trying to fit.
Nothing feels better than community. Man. Yeah. So you're about to play Bordner's Bar Sinister, iconic venue which you played more than once. And what does this place mean to the scene?
I mean, this is one of the longest running like goth alternative clubs. I mean, there's a lot of different people that come in here, so it's a different scene for the normal. Then you get like certain clubs that do this certain music and whatever. This is very broad, so it takes the whole alternative scene and it pushes it together. So you come here and you don't know what you're expecting. The one night could be EBM, next night could be like shoegaze goth, one night could be just like alternative rock or hard country. You know, it's like, it's a cool place. I've always enjoyed it. They've been a big backbone for a lot of the alternative scene. They've been here forever. So
I think if it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't have really met my real friends, because I wouldn't normally come out to a place like this, you know, unless it was just for the sake of the bands, for the sake of the music, really. But it's kind of just become a hangout spot for everybody that I know is really interested in good fucking music or just good fucking people, you know. Like there's a lot of places you could go to, but I've kind of found home here. But I guess that's me.
I love that. So last question before I let you guys go. What do you want written on your tombstone?
Man, you know what? Oops.
Nice.
That's it, man.
I want to apologize.
I love it. You guys, thanks so much for doing this with us, and have an amazing show.